Hey guys, what is up? My name is Vince, and you guys are watching the Gamer Bros. I hope you guys come for the gameplay, and you stay for the commentary. Oh yeah. So how you guys doing? How you guys doing? I'm just stretching over here. Just stretching. Stretching away. Stretching all the things, you know. It's nice to just stretch once in a while, you know. You just been sitting or not moving too much somewhere, and then all of a sudden you just pull your hands up into the air and you're like, oh, it feels so nice. Stretching all the muscle and blood vessel and all that good thing in the world. So how you guys doing? How is school? How's work? How is your wife? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. Tell me all your problems. Dr. Self-proclaimed Vince will help you. Self-proclaimed all day and all night. I will give you the fake cures. So I was thinking, guys, for topic ideas for the video, I was hoping you guys would send me questions and I can answer them in the videos, or you just ask me something to talk about. You want me to talk about a movie? Want to talk about some sort of hobby of yours? Want me to talk about cars or sports? Those two last things, cars and sports, I really don't know anything about. And cars I don't know anything about because, oh, well, I guess both. I don't know anything about either of them because I don't know anyone who's really into them, or like who is into. I know people who are into those both things, sports and cars, but I don't know anyone who's so into them they want to share their passion for those two hobbies. So I do not know too much about them. Like, I wish sometimes I did, because people talk about sports and stuff and I don't know what's going on. But I pretend like I know the rules of the sport, so I can follow a game like if I watched it. I just haven't gotten into it because I don't know enough. Dude, you should come over and watch baseball or whatever. Baseball is super boring. I try to watch it. I usually just watch the end like everyone else, you know, like what is it? The World Series, or like the NBA, whatever the ending of that is. Super Bowl. I never watched the Super Bowl. I just watched the commercials. Feels like last year, everyone just watched the commercials. Like, no one watched the game, from what it sounds like. No one cared, from what I remember. Maybe some people cared, but I don't know. It just seems so commercialized, everything. Like, is it even a sport? They just buy the best players and then team with the best players that they with the most money. They're the ones who win. Kind of fixed. Kind of rigged. I don't know. I don't know anything about sports. I'm just making stuff up. This is rigged, guys. There's no way to win. If you have more money than everyone else, then you're gonna win. I do like sports movies, though. These last few, this whole series is just of gameplay. It's just been about movies, honestly. Movies and television that I enjoy watching. But yeah, I love sports movies because I know of the sport and I know the rules in the sports. Like, at least for baseball, basketball, and football. I know like the general gist of everything. So I can follow a sports movie. Usually sports movies aren't even about the sport. They're just about the characters that happen to play the sport, but then like other exciting things happen within the movie. But yeah, remember the Titans and what are some other good ones? Oh, what was that one with Sandra Bullock?
This island?
It was some movie. What was it called? Guys, I'm blanking. I'm always blanking. I don't script these things, guys. It's just a flow of things that are just like splattered out of my mind. So sometimes I think I just don't make sense. Like I know sometimes I don't make sense. Like I say things and like they probably don't know what I'm talking about, or like maybe I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I just haven't. I'm still trying to get my mojo, and it's just taking a million videos to do. But I hope you guys like, you know, listening to me and watching the gameplay and stuff. Hope I can get you through your study session or your day session a little bit easier. That's why I like to make these videos a little bit long too. So you guys, it's kind of like it's not like TV show, but it's not as stressful as watching a TV show, because TV shows generally you have to like follow, unless you're watching one of those like, it's something you don't have to follow. Psych, unless you're watching Psych, you don't have to really follow. You watch it once in a while here and there, and then you go about your day. This is kind of like the internet YouTube version of it, except for you're watching gameplay and you can kind of just listen to me in the background if you want. It's kind of like a podcasty. I'm kind of going for like a podcasty feel, because I love podcasts. Just haven't been listening to them lately because I haven't been driving as much. But when I drive a lot more, I do generally listen to a lot of podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of music lately though, so I've been not listening. I've been falling behind on my podcast. I know NPR is pretty good, and I listened to one. It's about zombies. What is that called? We're Alive, guys. Check that one out. If you guys like The Walking Dead, this is like The Walking Dead of podcast. That looked like it burned. Hot. So yeah, it's like the Walking podcast of The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead of the podcast. What was I saying? But yeah, it's like listening to Walking Dead, except for like really different, and it feels like an old-timey radio show, like if you're listening to like Orson Welles or something like that. So definitely check it out. I can't recommend it enough. They do such a great job with the voice acting in there, and the story is really on point. It's a little bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. First few episodes you might be a little bit confused as to what's going on, because it's like I had to get used to it because I never listened to any sort of a story through a radio kind of medium. It's not a radio, but like a radio show. It's like a radio show, right? Because they tell a story, characters are like have their dialogue, and they like use atmospheric sounds to like convey that they're like in a hallway or in a building or outside or something's chasing them. But they do a great job of really painting the picture. Like you can visualize it. Like there's no need for any visuals. I'm sure it would make it more stronger, but like the way they do it is just so good. I hope more people, you know, inspire from that and make some cool, you know, stories and stuff that people can listen to in the car. But yeah, the beginning of it's a little bit slow, but if you just keep up with it, you'll like it. Very cool. And the zombies in this one, it's a zombie one. It's like The Walking Dead, but they're actually smart. They like can group together and they like talk to each other eventually and stuff like that. I don't know, talk to each other, but they're smarter than your average zombie. Like they have coordination. But I haven't finished it yet. I'm at the end, but they haven't explained as to who's controlling them or who's the leader. It's just a mystery and very exciting. It feels even more hopeless than Walking Dead. Like Walking Dead is pretty hopeless if you guys watch that, but the We're Alive, it's called We're Alive, it seems even more hopeless. What should I upgrade here? I never know what to upgrade in video games. I just do it randomly and hope for the best. I should look at a forum or something. We live in the future now, you can just do that. Like if you play Clash of Clans is like this mobile game where you make a base and you defend it and blah blah blah. You can basically look up a bunch of strategies online on how to set up your base according to what kind of town hall you have and stuff. And if you don't do that, basically you're just gonna lose all your shit, or like more of it. Even if you follow the online tips or whatever, you're gonna lose a ton of your base anyway. But as long as, at least if you look online, you're gonna have a better chance of surviving and keeping more of your material. Oh no, this guy is a molester. Don't molest me, you guy. Holy shit. He didn't molest her, he just threw her off the bridge. Pretty crazy. What a piece of shit.
Snow.
Dude, come on, she has to be cold. She couldn't have picked up a jacket? Guys are telling me the game creators couldn't have gave her a jacket. Before it was a pneumonia, but now it's hypothermia that she's gonna die on. Do you guys have a scare, a fear of heights? A scare of heights? My English, dude. Like in every single video, I feel like I'm always mumbling. I know I am. I listen back to what I say, and I know I mumble, and I don't make sense sometimes. Hope you guys can forgive me. I apologize. I'm working on it. But one day I will become master video commentator supreme with the side of wings. I actually like Supreme. If you guys don't eat Supreme pizza, I could get it if you're a little kid and you don't like Supreme pizza, but if you're an adult, you can eat it. Come on, stop being a baby. Mushrooms and olives are not that bad. My friend would beg to differ though, Joe. I think he's a super taster because he always bitches and moans about. He's gonna be listening to this, I bet you. I don't know how often he watches my videos, but if he watches this one, I can already hear the phone call coming up. But he always complains about food, like we can't try anything new, like if we go out to eat or whatever, or if I make something at home, I'm like, you want to try it? He's like, no, it's too spicy, or no, it has too much flavor in it, I can't handle it, I like dull food. But he's so odd. He can eat jalapenos, I think, or I think olives, but he can't eat Supreme pizza. Like, okay, say we don't even get the Supreme pizza. We just get a pizza with everything except for things he doesn't like. We get, okay, let's say we get an olive pizza. I'll just cut to the chase. He wouldn't even eat the olive pizza because he only likes olives separate, like just olives, like from the jar, not like on a pizza. So I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why? Why are you doing this? Just eat it. It goes to the same place. I think I'm more tolerant because I just try more food and I'm like, more like, what am I looking for? Ethnically diverse in food. I just don't care. I'll just eat it. But I don't think I'm a super taster. I think he's a super taster. There's these people I learned in class. I don't know what class taught us this. Maybe nutrition or health or something like that. It said 1 out of 4 people are super tasters. So they taste like more than they should. Or maybe they're tasting the correct amount and everyone else tastes less or something. So I'm thinking he has that, and it's actually, I would think it would be more good to be a super taster, right? You eat like a thing of ice cream and it tastes twice as good, or whatever the amount is for the tasting. I don't know how you measure that, but apparently it hinders people because they taste it and it just tastes gross. I'm not that picky. I'll try it as long as it's well done. If it's like something like sushi, or undercooked steak or something like that, that kind of freaks me out. Like, you can die eating that shit. Like, I don't trust raw fish and stuff like that. I know it's good. I've heard. Yes, I know. I understand it's good. People tell me all the time. But I just don't like the fact you're eating raw fish. I'm sure it's good. I just don't want to get sick. And I know what you guys are gonna say. You're not gonna get sick, Vince. It'll be fine. It's not gonna be that bad. But I don't even want to take the risk. Like I'm like prone to getting like poisoned by food and shit. I have like a streak, so I try to steer clear of it as much as I possibly can. And raw fish is where I draw the line. I'll eat anything else. I'll try some Chinese food, Switzerland food, Swiss food. I don't know. Italian, Icelandic. I'll try Iceland. Did I say Icelandic? Greenlandic food, Antarctic food. I'll eat a penguin. That'd be weird. I don't know. I don't think I'll feel comfortable eating a penguin. An alligator. I heard people eat alligator. That's so weird. Such a weird thing. An alligator? Come on. Of all the things to eat on Earth, you want to eat an alligator? Or frogs? Like, that doesn't sound good. They'll feel all slimy, right? Ugh. I like how I'm the only one with a gun, and I'm the one who crashed on the island. These people have been camped here, it looks like. I mean, that guy had a gun, but the guy who came guns a-blazing in with no guns. Oh, this guy, why would you come to a gunfight with not? Makes no sense. So guys, let me ask you a question. Compared to the other Tomb Raider ones, would you say this is the most memorable? I can't say I remember playing too much of the old Tomb Raiders. I remember briefly, maybe I played some like bootleg version. I swear, like my cousin had like a bootleg version of Tomb Raider for PS1. I didn't even know that you could get bootleg games for PS1. I know you could get bootleg games for Dreamcast, and it was so crazy. I don't know. Some of our friends, not my friends, but my cousin's friends, he was older. He's older than me, and at the time that was Dreamcast, PlayStation. Those things were popular, and his friend like used to download them online onto discs, and he had like basically the whole library for Dreamcast, and it was amazing. It had everything like that. That Taxi, is it called Crazy Taxi? It had Crazy Taxi, had San Francisco Rush, Soul Calibur, and a bunch of titles that are like, you know, the smaller titles, all those the Sonic games, stuff like that. But I enjoyed Soul Calibur, that was really cool. And San Francisco Rush, it was a fun little, it's kind of like Twisted Metal. I liked it better than Twisted Metal, actually. So yeah, I don't know, is that the reason why Dreamcast went out of business? Because people could bootleg their games? Or maybe the person who used to bootleg the games had like a special, you know, burner or something just for Dreamcast games, I don't know. I thought it would always be cool if they made a second, you know, Dreamcast. I don't know how they would do it. I don't think they would have the titles and like the budget to like start competing with like PlayStation and Xbox. I played the new Wii U. That's pretty cool, I guess. It was alright. More importantly than that, I played Smash Bros. That was good. I don't know. I was never really into the Smash Bros. Or Wii or even Nintendo games in general. I mean, I played them, but like they never blew my mind or anything. But I always loved playing Smash Bros. With my buddies, you know. And I do like the history of Nintendo. I like all that, you know, how like they brought back the video game industry and all the innovations they did to gaming before all the other systems basically took over. I do like that. I just never owned. The last like Nintendo thing was maybe my Game Boy Advance. It was like the Advance, not like the SP, like the brick kind of Game Boy Advance player. It didn't even have a backlight on it. And probably my Nintendo 64. I never got the GameCube, never played, or never bought the Wii. So, but I like Smash Bros. It's pretty casual, fun game to play with buddies. My buddies though, like they're always so good at the game because they have it and that's all they play. Like whenever they have free time, they just play that. So they're always good. If I can knock them out a couple times out of the ring, I mean, I feel accomplished. But there's a lot of skill in the game stuff, and I like the character choices that they had this time around. I don't understand why Wii doesn't give out DLCs for Smash Bros. Like, I was hoping in the last one, I mean, I don't even have it, but I was hoping they would have more characters. Does Nintendo actually do DLCs? It's like another question. I don't even know. Because if they do, then they really should release more characters. I don't see why it would be a problem, even if you took. I mean, maybe you didn't make it during development, but I mean, DLC, you can develop the characters when, you know, the game's already out. I was pretty disappointed they took out Snake. I know this is all old news, but I'm just like, you know, just talking about it. But yeah, I like Snake a lot. They took him out. I don't understand why they put duplicate characters either. Like, they have Pit, but then they have Dark Pit. Couldn't put Snake in for that? I'd rather have seen Snake than Dark Pit. I heard like Dark Pit was a skin, but then they decided to make him a character. But is that worth it? Could have had Snake. I like that guy. So yeah. The Wii U. What other Wii U games did I play? I played Zombie U. Was that a flop game? I played it. It doesn't, like, I don't know. The Wii games don't really tickle my fancy. Tickle my fanciest fancy. Wii U was okay. Oh, the Zombie U was okay, I guess. It was different because of the gamepad and the way you play it. But, like, you know, like, it lacked in a lot of things. Like, the graphics and the controls were kind of sticky. And stuff like that. Oh, I have a text. Who is this? Who is this? But I hope the next system, the Wii U or whatever is after the Wii U, you know, to fix up all the problems they have with this one. But there are some good titles coming out if they have, if not, if they haven't already come out, that are gonna be cool. Like that one Splatter game that they released at the Nintendo conference. They showed that one looked cool. That Splatter shooter game, you have to like paint the map and stuff. And they showed some other games. My friend was really. I don't really follow the Nintendo line of games, but there's some titles. Man, it was like a group. Like it was like this anime-looking group of people. They were like flying in like spaceships and stuff. I want to say Chrono Trigger, but it's not Chrono Trigger. I don't think. Can't remember the name, but he was looking forward to that. I really love this scene in the game. It's just like so epic. Like she's just climbing up this giant tower. Maybe I should brush up on my weed information. Like, I feel like I don't know anything. I feel like there's people out there like that are watching that they're like, I know everything about the Wii. What you're saying is complete nonsense. They're gonna definitely put in Snake, and Wii has more games than you think. They have so many more games. Like you haven't even scratched the surface. And I'm like, oh gosh, damn, come your tits. Come your tits, sir. I apologize. I offended you. But I just don't play the Wii, so I don't know anything too much about it. I heard people were disappointed with the chat. So that's the thing. Gosh. I'm telling you guys, I'm thirsty all the time. Like, I need a humidifier because it's cold weather. I feel like I'm coughing all the time.
The tower should boost the signal from the transmitter.
It's not good. And I feel like I'm always breathing into the mic. I try to stay away from it, but I kind of got like, it always catches my breath. So I hope you guys don't mind the breathiness. Maybe I should like turn my head the other way and talk, and then like try to like move my mouth to the side, and then like talk, breathe like perpendicular to the mic, but like move my mouth to the side, so like only the words are getting through. But then at the end of the video, I'm just gonna have a really messed up face. It's gonna be sore from all the trying to like talk into the mic and like straining my mouth to like go the direction of the mic. I don't know if I just painted a vivid picture in your mind, but hope I did. People are just at home just confused. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's just talking about his face and his breathiness. Why doesn't he just shut up so I can just watch the gameplay?
Stand by for a response. You're tuned to the international.
So, guys, serious question. Which controller do you like better? Between, let's do both consoles. PS3 and then Xbox 360. And then Xbox One and then PS4. Between, I still, for both of the generations, I still like the PlayStation controllers better. Still like them better, but I have the one I use for the PC is a Xbox controller, and I like it. It's pretty comfortable. It's heavier than PlayStation, but I don't think that hinders from the experience of using the controller. Between the PS3 and the PS4, I like the PS4. It grew on me. I just don't like the aesthetic look of it. It just looks kind of ugly. I like the PlayStation 3, like that. It has like that classic look of like the first PlayStation controller. So this one looks a little bit, you know, has like the pad in the middle. It's just ugly. I don't know. Maybe just to me it looks ugly, but I just thought it looked a little bit ugly. But other than that, it's much lighter. It's like much lighter. It's a little bit lighter than the PS3 controller, and it's smaller. I'd like to say it's smaller. I don't have one right now, but I'd like to say it's smaller. And there's a noticeable difference when you switch between PS3 and PS4 too.
That's one way to get down.
But so yeah, I'm gonna lean towards PlayStation. Although I have, you know, an Xbox controller, and I'm fine with it. Just whatever. I didn't know at the time that I could have gotten a PlayStation controller, but I'm also used to the Xbox because I have an Xbox 360. So I'm actually used to the controller, so I don't mind it. I just if I bought. It just sounds weird. I wonder if this is the part with the plane, which I totally didn't record. I think it is. I stopped recording after this, or I accidentally deleted the gameplay or something. But yeah, if I had got the PlayStation 3, I think I would be more used to it, and I would have liked that controller more. Kind of disappointed. I love the scene where the plane crashes. It's so cool. And the Wii controller, that one bothers me the most because it's so different, and I never got used to it because I never owned a Wii, so like I always had to adjust every time I played it at my friend's house or whatever. Man, so thirsty. So thirsty, and I ran out of water. Maybe the plane does crash. Guys, it's gonna crash! And I recorded it. It turns out. As it turns out. Oh god damn, don't feel alive, Laura Croft. so cool. Oh, so epic. Just so epic. I just like that scene so much. It's so cool. It looks like it looks like a movie. Like they just made sure to make this game look like a straight up movie. One of my favorite games growing up was a Spider-Man game I had for Nintendo 64, and I didn't have a memory card for my console. So whenever I played a game, either I played just the beginning of it until I stopped playing, or I played from beginning to end, or as far as I could get to in the game. And the Spider-Man game I played to death because I always wanted to see the end, but I never had a memory card. So I had to binge play it like all the time, and I'd gotten to the end several times, but I wasn't able to beat the boss. But like, just so happens eventually I was able to beat him, and it was pretty crazy. Probably lost my little mind. I was like, oh my goodness, I beat it. But then I turned off my console, and then all my games was gone. At least I saw the ending, but it took forever. Like I remember I played maybe 5 hours straight or something insane for a little kid. 6 hours straight. That's a lot. I mean, I couldn't. That's so much gaming. It's too much gaming at one time. That's 6 hours, man. But apparently it was summertime and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I played through it. Probably was like just so hyper after playing that. It was. I remember that last level was crazy. It was like this giant monster thing following you, and you had to like web swing your way in these events out of the building, and you had to also fight them at the same time, I think. I don't know who the villain was. It was like a giant robot thing, or it was like Venom, or that red guy. Totally blanking on what's his name. Carnage? Yeah, Carnage. But yeah, I totally dug that game. I kind of want to play it because I'm just like nostalgic, you know, for that game. I actually like all the Spider-Man games I've ever played. I generally like them. I don't remember the names of them, but like there's so many of them, right? But there was this one particular cartoony one. I think it was for PS2. Man, there's so many of them. I can't tell. Like I can't. If I say the cartoony is probably like several different games, but yeah, in general, I just enjoy the Spider-Man games. They're just fun. You go around the city and stuff. The one I do remember was for the Spider-Man movie. I think it was the second one for Xbox. It was really cool. That's one of my favorite games for the original Xbox I had. You could like roam the whole city, free roam, and like fight crime. The game was really short, but just the fact that you're Spider-Man, you can like go around New York City was really cool. And like you could jump off the Empire State Building, and it's you know, like if you didn't sling in time, you just crash to the bottom and die. It's so funny. It really did feel like you were falling.
It's not rational. You know it's not rational, Lara. There must be something.
It's not rational, Laura. It's not rational.
I just don't know what it is yet.
In games too, I never know what to put my skill points in. Like, I like all, like, I can't decide because I like all of the different choices, like survival and arrow retrieval, like, or like whatever, you know, bullet damage or, you know, hunting bonuses or whatever. In this game, I mean, like, those are like the options, the upgrades you can get. Why can't I get all the skill points and then buy all the upgrades? That's what I would do. So guys, thanks for watching. This is the end of the video. Sorry, I always like never know how to end these things. I just like interrupt in between like what I'm saying and stuff, but this is the end of the video. It's a long one. I'm probably gonna cut it in 2 parts because of rendering times. It takes forever to render, like twice as long. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind me splitting it up into 2 parts. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Just get back here safe.
All right.